of triggering, a lot of, for some of you, even toxic patterns of behavior. It could be feeling like you and this person are being challenged to no end with your relationship. It could be that there's a lot of toxic patterns of behaviors that have gone on. There could be also like this very strong attachment. For some of you, it can even be, healing through codependency, um, any type of, like I said, doubts, illusions. And the way that I'm kind of looking at this devil energy here, there is this female here, and she's kind of got her hands covering her face, okay? And you see how kind of both of them are like shackled to each other here. So I just feel like there's a lot of this energy happening between the two of you. And for some of you, it could be that there is a lot of sabotage that happens within this connection, a lot of self-sabotaging. And like I said, I kind of feel like it's because of past, what you guys have both gone through. And I feel like your intuition is telling you that this is a connection that you can feel safe in opening up your heart to really work towards healing a lot of the pain that for some of you this relationship could put you through, and can kind of feel like, how are we ever going to be able to kind of move beyond a lot of, maybe for some of you, toxicity that could exist, self-limiting beliefs, like I said, irrational fears. But I'm definitely seeing here with the soulmates, the love, and the Ten of Cups energy here, that this is going to be a connection that will be very transformative. And I feel like not only for you, but for your person as well. Okay. The Five of Cups energy can be very heart heavy energy with feelings of sadness, pain, loss, grief, especially if the two of you are not together right now, or there is no contact, or, the two of you are separated. And like I said, I kind of feel like this connection is kind of like pushing you, or will push you to your limits of you breaking yourself free from any of these old patterns of behavior that either you have, your person has. There's a lot of clearing of karma with this connection with this person, okay? So regardless of what the label of the connection is, whether it's a twin flame or a soulmate or a karmic relationship, we can experience karmic cycles with all of them, okay? With all of them. The Ten of Cups energy here is speaking about emotional fulfillment, happiness, being able to experience a feeling of contentment and fulfillment on every level, not just physically, but emotionally, mentally, spiritually, where this relationship is really meant, I feel like, to help to serve this purpose, to help both of you transform. And being that you guys chose the ocean here, okay? If we think about the ocean is, most of us don't really know how deep the ocean is, how dark the ocean can be, and how unpredictable it also is. And so the emotion to me also shows the depth, the vastness of how much there is to uncover, or how much this relationship may uncover within you, within this person. The ocean is also something that we cannot force, we cannot control it, we cannot try to manipulate it. So this ocean here is, to me, kind of like this open body of water, symbolic in a way that you are allowing this love that you have with this person, or the feelings that the two of you guys have with each other, to be something that you can, I feel like, keeping yourself present in the relationship and trying to free yourself and liberate yourself from any type of restrictive type of feelings, emotions, energies, thought patterns, like I said, self-limiting beliefs, Okay, with you having the strength energy here twice, the strength card is a very spiritual energy. Um, and I'm also noticing that in this soulmate card, there is this, looks like a little spirit guide here. It could be an ancestor. Um, to me, it could be that spirit is trying, that this person was brought into your life for a reason. You know, the two of you were led to each other for a purpose. And I'm noticing that this little penguin here has this key, this beautiful little golden key here, and how they're really kind of nuzzled into each other. Okay. We also have the number 41 here, which does reduce to a 5. Okay. So the fives in the tarot can really be about changes, challenges, conflict. And I almost feel like this connection is something that is teaching you to find your power, reclaim your power, especially from past situations. Like I said, for some of you, it could be previous relationships, or it can even be something that you've experienced in this connection. To really work on healing these things. The strength energy here is about us having courage, and also about us being able to learn self-control. Okay, there's a lot of impulsivity that can come along with these lions. These lions are kind of symbolic for this impulsivity, this primal kind of instinct to, do things, say, like with force, right? And like I was saying with the ocean, cannot force it, right? There's no way we can control this power of the ocean, right? We have to merely just kind of be kind of going with the flow of it. So strength is really us learning how to control. Maybe for some of you, like I said, with the devil energy here, a lot of the fears, a lot of the doubts, a lot of the anxieties, healing attachments, codependency, releasing the need to try to manipulate or to try to control, right? So I feel like this connection here with what your intuition is telling you is that you're meant to heal and transform and really kind of regain this sense of self-control, power, because both of these are connected to Leo energy, which is connected to the solar plexus. So it's all about this relationship in a way, helping not only you, but your person as well to regain control of yourself, regain control of your life. Okay. The devil energy can also talk a lot about the ego. Okay. And sometimes the ego can be something that can control us in a very negative way. So this is about us learning how to control and how to flow. I feel like with this energy of love, I also feel with this soulmate energy, or especially for some of you that may be kind of worried and kind of feeling, does this person really care? Does this person love me? I feel like with this energy here, that this is spirit saying that, especially if your intuition is telling you this person has feelings for me, this person loves me, but they could be kind of holding themselves back for some of you because of things that they may have experienced in their past, right? And you could be having a lot of anxiety about this person and kind of worrying, stressing out, wondering what's going to happen between the two of you, how this relationship is going to progress. And it could be something that is very challenging, right? And so I feel more so that your intuition is really telling you to kind of keep yourself open and receptive to this energy of unconditional love. Okay? There may be a lot of, I feel like a lot of depth to this person's feelings, a lot of the depth of things that will be kind of uncovered to you. There could be that this relationship really forces you to really reflect and really look within yourself. It could be a lot of things, right? Because like I said, the depth of this ocean here with your feelings, there's a lot to uncover. So it could be that there are many things that you and this person experience that you guys go through together. Okay. If things can kind of even at times with this connection feel very overwhelming, very unpredictable. But I feel like this connection is one that your intuition is telling you is really kind of forcing you in a way to dig deeper within yourself, to really heal these wounds. Because with that 10 of Cups energy here, the love and the soulmates, it really is a relationship that can really help you to clear a lot of this toxic or karmic patterns of behavior or anything. It's teaching you in a way to kind of face your shadow and to really heal a lot of these insecurities, whatever they could be. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm seeing here with the cards that we have out here. Is this really is a relationship of, and I feel like the potential of which this is Spirit saying, as long as you can kind of get this under control, whether that you can, admit to yourself, yes, I can be toxic, I can be jealous, I can be insecure, I can be all of these different things, right? And it could be that there is a lot of triggering between you and your person in this relationship. And the important thing I feel like is that sometimes we can meet people and our shadows don't play well with each other, right? Where there could be one person who's willing to work on the shadow aspect of themselves. They're willing to work on whatever these toxic patterns of behavior, because we all have them, right? We can't say that we're perfect and that we, don't have issues. We all have issues, right? So the important thing is that I feel like Spirit is saying that the two of you, forming this connection and this bond and choosing to look at each other's shadows from a place of love, of empathy, of compassion, right? Whereas sometimes you could meet people and it's like your shadows meet each other. And like I said, you could have one person that really is saying, okay, you know what? I am ready to move past this. I'm ready to not be this old version of self anymore. And you can have another person who is like, there's nothing wrong with me. I'm perfect. I'm fine. It's not me. It's you. I don't have to work on myself. You need to work on yourself. And so, that could be a lot of, a cause for ending certain relationships. But I feel like with this energy here, that this is one connection that has been destined to be in your life, whether the two of you decide to be together or not, that this relationship that you have with this person is going to be something that is very transformative. Okay, very transformative. So if you are someone who does have a tendency to be very anxious and very nervous and, kind of creeps back in, the shadow kind of creeps in and can kind of try to take control, right? This is all about you healing. This is all about you really opening yourself and learning these very, sometimes painful, difficult, challenging, painful lessons in love. But I am feeling that this is your spirit guides, your ancestors kind of leading you or leading this person, the two of you, into each other's lives for a very important purpose. And for many of you, where you are ready to do the inner work, you're ready to work and focus on your healing and letting go of the old version of yourself, liberating yourself, freeing yourself from this devil type of energy, and really kind of gaining control. Like I said, not allowing the ego to take over and lead, but more so you kind of being in the driver's seat and learning how to gain that control and kind of replace any of these feelings or insecurities or self-limiting beliefs and replacing them with this energy. Okay, with love, unconditional love. And for many of you, it could be that this person is a soulmate for you when your intuition is telling you that, right? So let's see what else we have here. Actually, okay, we're going to start with these. So, okay, so we have cut down here and it says cutting out, separation, stop the pattern. Okay, stop the pattern here. And we also have silent treatment. Okay, now some of you could potentially be in separation right now. And it could be, like I said, sometimes we have this devil type of energy here, right? And it could be something that does create issues, it creates problems, right? So this is, I feel like, a lesson that you're learning from this connection, is that this is learning to stop any types of patterns of behavior that are not centered around this energy of love and commitment. Because this little penguin is kind of holding this golden key here, I'm almost feeling like this is Spirit saying that your intuition is telling you that for many of you, this connection with this person could be the key to you unlocking this new version of self, this transformed version of self. Okay. We also have Cupid's arrow, and it says, have faith. Love is coming, a surprise invitation, and being struck by love. Okay. So it can even be that there is this intensity that you do feel with this person, right? This very strong feeling of love. We have engagement ring here, higher commitment, eternity, partnership and union, and completion. Okay. Now, for many of you, this can even be a person that you are married to, you do end up marrying, or someone that you have a very serious, committed partnership with. Okay. We also have not enough, lacking confidence, self-sabotage, ego and fear and frustrations. Okay. Now, to me, this is a lot of what that devil energy is, right? And this is what you're meant to heal. This is what you're meant to transform. And this could be something that's happening, right? Someone feeling not good enough, someone feeling unworthy, someone living in a place of ego or fear, self-sabotaging the relationship, someone not feeling good enough. And it could even be something that leads to frustration for maybe you and for the other person. We have the Phoenix here, and it says a new phase, rekindling, renewal and growth, changed mind, and also rising from the ashes. Okay. So this is a lot of the judgment energy in the tarot. Okay. This is about a rebirth process. This relationship can kind of force you into this place where you are able to make peace with your past, right? With whatever you've gone through. You're able to make peace with it. You're able to forgive. You're able to let go of the pains, the burdens, the stress that you could have been carrying, either from this connection or even from connections prior to that. So this is definitely a relationship or connection that your intuition is telling you is going to help you with a very profound transformation within yourself. It's going to bring renewal for you. It's going to bring growth. And many of you that chose this pile can, definitely be in different phases of where your connection is at currently. Some of you could be still very much stuck in this pattern of behavior, right? With dealing with a lot of this stuff where it's hard, right? It's challenging. It's difficult. Yeah. Okay. So let's see what else. We have middle ground here, and it says compromise, coming to terms, and negotiations. Okay. So I feel like despite any of these things that are kind of happening between you and this person, to me, it's the two of you being able to come together, right? To say, yes, I see your shadow, you see mine. What can we do to heal this? What can we do to move beyond this, right? So it could be that your intuition is also telling you to take a look at your own wounds, to take a look at your own insecurities, right? How am I allowing my past to block me from opening myself up to this energy of love? And it could be that your person is kind of faced with those same things, right? Their intuition could definitely be telling them the same thing. How am I sabotaging this connection? How am I letting my ego to get in the way? How am I allowing fear and insecurities and doubts to sabotage this connection? Okay. So it could be that your intuition is also guiding you to learn to communicate with your person openly, honestly, right? Rather than allowing yourself to get triggered or to, maybe approach the situation from an old pattern of behavior that may not necessarily be conducive to helping you align in this energy of love, right? Sometimes if we have, people that we are connected to that could really make us upset, and we resort to, sometimes immature type of behavior, or we can lash out at people, and it's not something that really helps the situation, right? We keep ourselves stuck in that cycle that we're needing to stop. So with the middle ground here, I almost feel like your intuition is really telling you to try to come from a place of love. Try to come from a place of empathy and compassion towards the person that you have strong feelings for, right? Approach the situation from a place of love. So the two of you are able to find some type of middle ground in the connection and are really, communicating with each other openly, honestly, and you understand each other. You hear each other when you're talking, right? Not just like I'm saying all these things to this person and you feel like they're not even listening to you, right? But you really kind of working on your communication so that you can kind of create some type of compromise in the connection. And it could be, working a lot on yourself, them working a lot of themselves. Okay. So we also have romantic feelings, and it could be that, yes, your intuition is telling you you do love this person, or it could be your intuition is telling you that you know that this person loves you, regardless of if it's something that they've said out loud yet. Your intuition is telling you this person loves you, right? But they could be, like I said, for some of you, working through, some things that have held them back from opening themselves up. It could be that, yes, your intuition is telling you this person is transforming. This love, this connection is transforming both of us. Okay? We also have proposal here with commitment. We've got commitment here twice. So like I said, for some of you, it could be that this person is actually your spouse, or this is someone that your intuition is telling you, this is the person you're going to marry. This is the person that you're meant to be with. Okay? We also have courage and strength. And look at this guy. He looks like he's climbing this vertical wall, right? Very steep. Okay? He's like stuck on the side of this mountain here, climbing it, So like I said, it could really be a relationship, a connection between you and your person that your intuition is telling you. It is going to be challenging. Okay, you're going to be facing challenges that are really going to test you, I feel like, with this connection, and being strong enough to overcome them, because yes, some of these things that either you or your person or both of you have from your past could be that they are major things to get over, major hurdles to climb when it comes to your past, their past, right? And to me, this is also about putting in that commitment, that dedication, So it could even be that your intuition is telling you to commit yourself, find strength within yourself to be able to put in the work to get through the challenges, the adversity that may seem like, wow, how am I ever going to get through this? Right? How are we as a couple ever going to be able to move beyond this? Okay. We have closed heart here, and it says unavailable, avoiding intimacy and emotional burdens. Okay, so it can even be that your intuition is telling you that this person may be someone who closes their heart off. Or it could be that your intuition is telling you, hey, you've got some blocked or suppressed feelings and emotions here that you need to work on releasing, right? Especially if you are someone who has been very hurt and you are very protective of your heart. This could be kind of signaling you, your intuition telling you that there's work to do here. There's healing that needs to happen. You're still carrying a lot of weight emotionally from your past that you're needing to release here. Okay. We also have beauty here, and it says, intimidated by your beauty stands out, and physical attraction. So it could be that, yes, your intuition tells you that, this person is very attracted to you, you're very attracted to them. It could even be that if you are someone who your person finds extremely attractive, there could be a lot of intimidation there. There can be a lot of insecurities that this person has, right? They could feel like, wow, I'm not good enough for pal number one. What if they leave me? What if they don't love me? What if they don't want me? What if, I'm wasting my time? Okay? So it can definitely be that you kind of bring this presence and this energy that could definitely be intimidating this person here. And then we also have forever changed, and it says a new self, lasting changes, a love that transforms. Okay? So like I said, regardless of what your situation is with this person right now. If you and this person have decided to break up or to split up because some of that stuff, could have been something that was very challenging that maybe the two of you were not ready to face, right? And to heal within yourself. But some of you could even be in the situation where this relationship is something that helps to change your relationship as a whole together, the two of you growing, transforming. And like I said, regardless of what your situation is, whether you're staying with this person or you're broken up with this person, this relationship was one that was destined for you to help you to maybe forever change you as a person, to help you to be more open and receptive to love, connections, commitments, letting go of anything that is not serving, and kind of you going through this rebirth process, you know? But yeah, for those of you that you're dating this person or you're in a relationship with this person, and you may feel, that the two of you are really coming together, you're working together to move beyond these things here by, changing things within yourself. It could be that you're encouraging your person or kind of providing the kind of like the environment of the relationship, making it feel safe, making it feel secure, nurturing the connection, being open to conversation, communication, clear communication, which is going to be extremely important, right? And not resorting to any type of immature patterns of behavior and things that could definitely sabotage, but more so the two of you kind of coming together to really work on taking this connection to the next level in a way that you're building a solid, strong foundation for the connection. Okay, so it can most definitely be for some of you a relationship, like I said, that really tests you like no other relationship has, and kind of uncovers some things within you, some things within this person that you may not have faced, parts of yourself that you haven't discovered, and bringing all of these things to the surface where you learn so much about yourself, you learn so much about your person, but also, like I said, doing it from a place of love, of compassion. And when you do that, you can also understand, because we all at different places in our journey, right? We're all at different levels of what we've healed, what we haven't healed. And so you can look at your partner as someone who still has some wounds, right? But providing the compassion, the empathy towards them versus, attacking each other, right? Versus putting each other down and being impatient, which can, create more challenges, more difficulties in the relationship. Okay. So yeah, I'm just feeling like all of these butterflies here, this is your intuition is telling you this is a very transformative relationship. And it could even be that with the beauty here, that this relationship is really one that helps you to kind of uncover your most authentic self, right? It's really one that's helping you to transform from the inside out, with you kind of being this phoenix rising from the ashes, and into this more authentic version of yourself. Okay, so important connection for you in your life, regardless of what the particular outcome is with this person right now. It's your intuition telling you this is important. This is a connection that's really teaching you. It's really helping you to grow, okay, as a person, as a soul. And like I said, for those of you that are actually, staying and you're working on moving beyond these things, then it could really end up that this is truly a person that you do end up having this higher level of commitment with, marriage, family, especially with you having the Ten of Cups energy here. It could really be that you and this person are two that really come together to build a life with each other, have a family, and something very beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to leave it here for you. Pile number one, I hope that this reading was helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next reading. Hi, Pile 2. So for those of you that resonated with this card here, the Tear, this is going to be your reading. So this card is actually part of your reading today. And we are asking, what is your intuition trying to tell you about your love interest, the person on your mind, in your heart? So we're going to save this. We're going to actually look at your tarot first, and then we will move into your oracle. So let's get started. What is your intuition telling you about this person? We have the Eight of Cups. We have the Page of Cups. We have the King of Swords. I actually want to put that there. We have the Six of Swords. And then we also have the Eight of Wands. So let's get some of your oracle out here. We have card number 32 with Presence. We have card number 16 with Patience. We have Self-Esteem. And then we also have card number 44 with the Thinker. Okay. So I will say, when I was pulling your cards, pile number 2, I definitely felt a lot of heaviness, a lot of pain, a lot of, yeah, just generally heaviness, like a lot of very strong energy come through, and it could be, of some type of grief or loss that you've experienced with this connection with this person. It could be that, this person that you're dealing with has been someone who has been a very guarded and not really seeming very warm or loving towards you. It could even be that your intuition is telling you that this person is someone who may be immature emotionally. Okay, there could be some emotional immaturity that your intuition is telling you about this person. When looking at these cards here, I am seeing the Eight of Cups, and I'm also seeing the Six of Swords. Okay, so your intuition may be trying to tell you to move on from this relationship. Okay, to take some type of action for you to really see things very clearly with this person and with this connection. And being that you did choose the Tear here, this card is really about a lot of heavy feelings and emotions that you could be holding inside, that you could be feeling because of this situation with this person. Okay, the way that I'm kind of looking at this card of Patience here, and card number 16, okay, I'm definitely feeling that there have been a lot of challenges that you've gone through with this person. And what I'm noticing here is that we have this beautiful angel here, and she's got this clock that she's holding on to. But everything behind her, there is snow, okay, on all of these trees that are back here. So, and then she's also got, like, her hair looks like it's frozen. She's got ice all over her hair. And she kind of has like this very, I don't know, like just the face that she has. I don't know. When I'm looking at this, it's almost just making me feel like some of you have been like really patient with this person, and but it's to the point where there has been either silence, no contact, a lack of progression in this relationship moving forward. Okay? And I feel like it's kind of like you're almost like you're stuck in time. like you're trapped in time and just kind of like waiting and waiting and waiting. And there's kind of just like this non-action that's happening with this person. And that can definitely be something that is leading to a lot of feelings of pain and sadness. And with the Six of Swords energy here, with what your intuition is telling you, like I said, the message with the Eight of Cups and the Six of Swords to me really is about moving on, moving forward, letting the connection go. Okay? Because I definitely feel, looking at this card here, that you have been patient with this person. But I feel like it's to the point where you are not allowing yourself to move forward. It could be that you feel like your life's on hold. Like you're just kind of waiting and waiting and waiting, and like nothing's happening. Nothing's happening here. So this could definitely be something where your intuition is telling you that you really need to work on your self-esteem. And one of the messages that I was getting is that when I was pulling these cards, like I said, I felt a lot of heaviness here. And so I feel like one of the messages that Spirit has for you is that you deserve better. Okay? You really know you deserve better. And it could be that your intuition is really telling you that you do need to work on your self esteem. You need to work on your self worth, especially when dealing with this person, because I am feeling like there is a lot of emotional maturity. I'm also seeing that this person may be someone who comes across as very cold, very distant. And with the Eight of Cups energy here, this really is about letting go and walking away from something that does no longer serve. The Eight of Cups is about setting out on a journey of discovery of the self. Okay? So I'm almost feeling like your intuition is telling you that you need to focus on you right now. Okay? The Six of Swords is about moving on and bringing ourselves to a place of calm, right? Especially if the situation with this person has been extremely rocky, chaotic, has brought confusion, has brought turmoil. And with the King of Swords energy here, I'm also feeling that your intuition is telling you to be logical about the situation with this person, and for you to really take action in this situation by putting forth the energy of releasing this person, of letting go. I feel like with this energy of the Thinker here, card number 44, that it could be that your intuition is telling you that you're very much in your head, about the situation, about the connection. And it could be that, for some of you, it could be a lot of obsessive thinking, a lot of worrying, a lot of anxiety. And with the energy of presence here, it says, the energy of presence supports our ability to focus our full attention to stay in the here and the now. Okay? So I almost feel like, yeah, I feel like your intuition is telling you that this person is not as emotionally invested in this connection as you are. Okay? And I feel like even her, with just being thinking here, like she's just sitting there, you know? And I feel like this connection is really something that is taken away from you, in that you're just kind of, maybe for some of you, putting your life on hold and just kind of like waiting and waiting and waiting. And it's almost like your intuition is telling you you need to kind of get your power back, gain your power back in this situation. And it could be that this really isn't a connection that has anything to offer you, because in the Eight of Cups energy here, these cups that are down at the bottom of the card, of the Eight of Cups card, is symbolic of these cups being empty. Okay? Empty cups here, which is really what this person is, is symbolic of this person not offering anything to you, doesn't have anything to give. And so I feel like your intuition, even your spirit guide here, because I look at this Six of Swords card as this card of transition. And it could be that your intuition is telling you this connection was meant to serve a transitional role in your life. It was meant to really help you to also mature emotionally, and to also help you transform your thoughts, your words, um, and to find your voice, set boundaries, when it comes to connections, you know? And so this tear energy to me is this release that is needed with all of these feelings, all of these emotions that could be something like some of you are needing this emotional release. Some of you have a lot of healing that needs to happen. And it could be that this has been a situation that has been so painful for you that it could be something that is clouding your judgment and keeping you in a place that is, like I said, a kind of feeling just kind of like trapped in time. Like she's got like icicles, you know, and snow and all of this ice. It's kind of building up all over her, you know. And then we have this, the clock here with this flame. It's kind of building up around it. And so to me, a lot of that energy here is coming from her sacral chakra, or not her sacral, her solar plexus chakra. And this is about you, almost like spirit is, your intuition is trying to tell you need to kind of gain your life back. You're needing to reclaim your power and your confidence in yourself and know your worth and what you are deserving of when it comes to love. Okay. So I am feeling this is going to be, like I said, a need for you to work on your self-esteem, work on your confidence, your intuition trying to tell you that this is a situation that was not maybe meant to stay in your life, but more so a very serving a transitional role to help you mature with your own emotional maturity. For some of you, I feel like your intuition is telling you that you're needing to channel this pain into creativity, okay? To transmute this energy, transmute the pain into creative energy. It can also be that your intuition is telling you that you need to speak, you need to voice, you need to talk about your feelings. You know, it could be that you're needing to write, you're needing to journal, you're needing to talk to someone about what you've gone through, what you've went through in the situation, and how challenging and maybe how difficult it has been for you, you know. But yeah, this Eight of Cups energy here is about moving on. It's about detaching. It's a need for withdrawing your energy from this person, from this connection. Okay? So let's go into our other oracle messages here. So we have addiction here, and it says codependent, obsession, and restraint. Okay, so this is really your intuition telling you that this situation, it could be that you have a strong attachment, codependency with this person. There could be a lot of obsessive energy, and it's also your intuition telling you that this connection is something that is holding you back. It may be something that has taken possession or control of you, and it could be creating emotional blocks. Okay, for you, it could even be that this person has someone or has the emotional blocks here. Like I said, this King of Swords can be a very emotionally guarded, someone who's disconnected or detached from you, even emotionally. Okay, you could be someone who is very loving and very nurturing with the connection, but the person that you're dealing with could be someone who's very disconnected or even someone who's very withdrawn from you. Okay, someone who has either already moved on or someone who is already withdrawn or detached their energy from you. Okay? We have shame here, and it says a guilty conscience and remorse. So it can even be that, looking at this here, we have this guy who's kind of sitting hunched over, and he's got these handcuffs on. Okay, so it could even be that your intuition is telling you, whatever the situation is with this person, it could be that your intuition is telling you that this person does feel maybe ashamed of their behavior. They could have a guilty conscience, maybe for something that they've done to you, something that they've put you through. Let's see what else. We have invisible here, disappearing, ghosting, and running. Okay, so some of you, it can even be that maybe this is why, if this person has a toxic pattern of behavior, someone who has ghosted you, right? Someone who isn't really showing any emotional investment. They could be someone who becomes very hot and cold with you. You know, just kind of pulling away. They could be avoidant, right? Retreating into themselves, not showing any feelings, any emotions. We have vibrations here, intuition, inner knowing. So I feel like your intuition is trying to tell you to trust what you feel with this person, especially if you're dealing with this person kind of putting you on hold. They're already withdrawn. They're playing games, whatever it could be. Your intuition is really wanting you to trust what you feel, right? If you feel, like, wow, this person isn't even talking about their feelings. They feel like they're manipulating me, or they feel like they're stringing me along. Trust what your gut is telling you. Okay? We also have differences here, clashing, conflicts, and incompatibility. Okay? So your intuition may be telling you this person is not the right one. Okay? This person may not be the right person for you. We also have boundaries here, enough, and it says learn to say no and drawing the line. Okay? So it could be that your intuition is telling you that you need to set better boundaries when it comes to connections, right? You can't allow somebody to just kind of come in and out and in and out whenever they feel like it, especially if they ghost you and then all of a sudden they kind of resurface and like nothing happened, like they didn't do anything, like they didn't hurt you, like you didn't, like you didn't suffer with not knowing what the heck happened. Like, why did they pull away? Why did they just ghost me? Why did they, why are they not, you know, moving this forward, or whatever it could be. This is your intuition telling you need to set some stronger boundaries, okay? And not stand your ground, not allow anyone to take manipulate you, or to gaslight you, or to keep you strung along. We have unfinished business here, an unresolved situation. We also have a hookup here with one night stand. And then we also have music with inspiration. Okay, now for some of you with this hookup here and one night stand, and then we have unfinished business here. Now for some of you, it could be that this has been like a situation where it was a friends with benefits, or a situationship, or, for some of you, maybe even like an affair or something like that, right? Or something that was non-committal, okay? Then it could be that your intuition is telling you that this person has been someone who, they could have been someone who was more so focused on intimacy, okay? Because I'm seeing that in both of these cards here, okay? Which really is telling me that maybe your intuition is trying to tell you this person is not serious. This person is not offering something serious here. And they could be someone who hooks up with you, is intimate with you, coming in and kind of love bombing you. And then all of a sudden they disappear. They run, right? And so it makes you feel like, okay, what's happening here? You have a lot of questions. They're not giving you any answers, right? So it constantly makes you feel like, what am I supposed to do with this connection? Am I supposed to wait and just kind of say, okay, whenever they come back, and I'm just going to kind of let them right back in again, right? That is where you're needing those boundaries, okay? Especially if you were someone who was wanting more from this connection, and your intuition is telling you, you guys are on two different pages, right? This person's heart is not in the same place as yours is, right? You guys are on two different pages when it comes to that. For some of you with the music here, I'm also getting that your intuition is telling you that music may be something that is really going to help you to heal, okay? It may be kind of helping you to do some healing, do some shadow work. Some of you may have a really strong connection or affinity for music, and it could be something that is profoundly healing for you in this situation, okay? Especially with helping you with emotional release, which I'm seeing here with that energy of the tear, Okay, that this is spirit saying there's a lot of feelings and emotions that need to come to the surface. And like I said, I'm kind of getting that spirit is wanting you to channel this in a way, through poetry or through writing or through artwork or through any type of form of expression, for you to be able to release a lot of these feelings and emotions that you are feeling from this situation with this person. Okay? We have out in the cold, and it says feeling rejected, isolation, loneliness, and scarcity mindset. Okay, so we've got the ghosting here. We've got the ghosting here. Abandonment for some of you, where this person has abandoned you. There could be fears of abandonment that this person also has. Okay, we have bad intentions, and it says red flags, lies and secrets. Be vigilant and protect yourself. Okay, so this is your intuition telling you, like I said, this person is not good for you. Okay, like I said, I was getting the message where spirit is saying pile number 2 deserves better, and they need to know that this person's intentions are not the greatest. It can be very toxic, very karmic, okay, in nature. We also have soulmate here, soul connection, a friend, a romantic partner, and compatibility. And then we also have habitual liar, constantly lying, can't hide in their lies anymore, and lies being exposed. Okay, so with the addition here with the bad intentions and the soulmate here, to me this seems very karmic. Okay, like a very karmic soulmate type of connection. Someone who may make you feel, and also with the addiction here. Okay, the addiction here with the bad intentions, the soulmate, this to me is a toxic or karmic relationship. Okay? So this is really one where spirit is your intuition telling you this is not the right person for you. This person has the wrong intentions with this, and you're needing to break yourself free from this connection with this person. Okay? This person does not have your best interest. And I feel like that is what your intuition is trying to tell you about this person, as this person's not the one. Like I said, this connection was meant to serve a transitional role in your life, right? Sometimes these lessons that we go through with karmic relationships can be very painful and very challenging, but they're definitely teaching us something. And for many of you, like I said, it could be a need for you working on your self-esteem and your self-worth, because when you know your worth, right? When you know your worth, when you know your value, you are not going to put up with this. You are not going to deal with this. You are not going to tolerate it, right? The King of Swords energy here is a no BS type of person. The King of Swords is someone who prides themselves on honesty, on truth, on being direct and straightforward, and not BSing around. Okay, and I feel like that is where spirit is kind of wanting you to focus on your intuition, telling you that you're needing to really transform your way of thinking, and also to gain clarity, right? To see this person's intentions for what they are, and not being serious, right? Not taking you or the situation, the connection with you seriously, and for you to really see that, trust what your gut is telling you, especially if you feel like something's off, like this does not feel good, right? If this person is coming in and out and in and out, or, they have a toxic way of do things, they lie to you, they don't tell you the truth, right? They're hiding things from you. Okay, this is your intuition saying be vigilant and protect yourself with this person. Okay, so the advice here, like I said, the 8 of Cups and the 6 of Swords, your intuition is telling you run. Okay, move away from this person, move on. This person is not offering you anything. It's time to move on from this situation, right? And what this could definitely be teaching you with this connection is to really see through illusion. Okay, see through illusion here. So the next time, hopefully not, but sometimes the universe tests us again with another person to see, okay, did pile number 2 learn from this situation, right? So we may have another connection that could come in that mirrors a lot of these things, a lot of these cycles that we've gone through. And by you learning to set these boundaries, by you working on your self-esteem and your self-worth, you're telling the universe, I've already done this. I've already noticed the red flags. I'm smarter this time around, and I'm cutting this person out of my life, especially if they have the same patterns of behavior that this person does with you, and you can see through the BS. Okay, you can see through a person's BS and learn to really honor what your vibration, your intuition is already telling you about this person. Okay, so there's going to be a lot of healing. Like I said, this is Spirit saying there's a lot of pent up feelings, emotions, sadness, pain that you're dealing with. Ghosting is not a fun experience. Being rejected is not a fun experience. Feeling rejected is I feel like one of the most difficult things, because we internalize that rejection and we think there's something wrong with me. What did I do wrong? Am I not pretty enough? Am I not handsome enough? Did I, was I not loving? Was I not this? Was I not that? Did I not, kind of bend down and help, abide by what this person wanted me to do in this situation, right? We kind of internalize all of that energy and think that we did something wrong, right? And this type of behavior says a lot more about the person that you're dealing with than it does about you, where a person feels like they can easily kind of just like discard you and, toss you to the side. That's not love. Right? And that's where you, like I said, building up your self-esteem, your self-worth, and setting these boundaries and not backing down. Okay? Especially if you're wanting something serious, you want loving, you want nurturing, you want to be admired, you want all of these things, right? And it should be something that's consistent, right? Not, I'm going to love bomb you and then I'm going to, kind of pull everything away and disappear and be inconsistent with you and create confusion and all of these things, right? That's not what you deserve. Okay? So yeah, I'm feeling your intuition is telling you, like I said, run, get away, move away, let this person go, cut them off if you haven't already. And, I feel like the longer you keep yourself in this situation, if you're still dealing with it, the longer you are putting yourself through a lot of unnecessary toxicity, karmic type of situations, allowing yourself to get hurt further by this person. Okay? So I'm going to leave it here for you, pile number 2. I hope this was helpful for you guys. And I will see you guys in the next reading. Hi, pile 3. So for those of you that resonated with the Mother card, this is going to be your reading. And this card is actually part of your reading today. And we are asking Spirit, what is your intuition telling you about the person on your mind and your heart, your love interest or your potential love interest? Okay, so we're going to look at your tarot first, and then we will kind of save your oracle cards. So what is your intuition telling you about this person? We have the Knight of Cups. We have the Magician. We have the Lovers. We have the Ace of Pentacles. And then we also have the Three of Wands. Okay, so some of you could be dealing with a Gemini. We've also got Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Energy, the strongest that's coming through. So let's see what else. We have card number 14 with Connection. We have card number 21 with Strategy. We have Grief. We also have card number 51 with Milk and Honey. Okay, and then we have your Mother energy of Mother here. Okay, now what I was getting when I was pulling your cards for this, and I feel like if this doesn't resonate, then this may not necessarily be your pile, okay? Because this pile is different. Different in that I feel like those of you that chose this pile could potentially be dealing with a divine counterpart situation, okay? Because we do have the Mother energy here, which is the sacred feminine, Okay. And we have the lovers here. Okay. Milk and honey connection. It's making me feel very much that this is a divine counterpart type of situation, which could be a soulmate or for some of you, a twin flame. Okay. So it could be that if your intuition is telling you, is this my twin or this is my twin, then I feel like you're spot on with that. Okay. But if you're not really feeling that as something that's really happening here, then you may want to choose one of the other two piles. Okay. But yeah, I definitely feel like this is a divine counterpart type of situation. And I feel like you and this person may be going through a separation. Okay. Maybe going through some type of separation here. Because we have grief. Okay. So this may be telling me that there's some type of loss, or some heaviness that you're feeling surrounding this. It can also be like if you are, say, like actively in a relationship with a divine counterpart, a soulmate or a twin, that there's a lot of challenges with this connection. Okay, a lot of challenges. And even in this Knight of Cups energy, he's kind of holding this cup up close to his face, and he kind of looks like he's kind of staring off into the distance. Almost like he has like this, like he's deep in thought about the connection. Okay. So, yeah, I'm just feeling like this is a really strong connection between you and this person. And we have this energy here of the feminine. Okay. So with the Lover's energy here, what I feel like your intuition is telling you is that first off, this is a counterpart. This could be, like I said, a soulmate or a twin flame. It is definitely a connection that has been divinely guided for you, to you. Okay. I feel like there is a lot of love that is shared between you and this person. And it could be that both you and this person could be healing a lot of, for some of you, it could be healing wounds, mother wounds. Okay. With this, also with this feminine energy, it reminds me of a lot of the Empress in the Tarot. Okay. And the Empress really is about nurturing, love, unconditional love, which both the Lovers and this card, are about with that energy, the archetype of the mother. Unconditional love, compassion, care, empathy, um, and I feel like with the Lovers card here, it's really saying that you and this person have a connection that is unmatched to anything that you've probably ever experienced in your entire life. Okay. The Lovers is really this very beautiful, very spiritual connection that is shared between two people. And it is feeling when you are connected to that person that there is this fulfillment that is felt on multiple levels, right? And this is something that is mutual, where both of you feel that this relationship or this connection that you have with each other is one that is bringing in fulfillment on an emotional level, on a spiritual level, on an intellectual level, on a physical level, on a sexual level, just like every single way you look at this person and the situation, it's kind of like your intuition is saying, this is the person, this is the one. Okay. With the energy of connection here, it says the frequency of connection supports our ability to find alignment and resonance with others, things, and ideas. Okay. So I'm definitely feeling this energy here, this connection between the two of you that is very strong. Okay. Very, very strong energy. With the Three of Wands energy here, it could be that your intuition is also telling you that there is a lot of potential for this connection. And it may be that for some of you, you could be away from this person. You could be in separation. Or for some of you with that Three of Wands, it could be that you see that there's a lot of potential for growth and expansion for this relationship to be something that could potentially lead to marriage or something serious between you and this person. Okay. There's a lot of romantic feelings. It could even be that your intuition is telling you you're in love. You're in love here. Even the way that this Ace of Pentacles, she looks like she's kind of holding her pentacle. She's looking down on it. The Ace of Pentacles is really this opportunity that we have, tangible opportunity to create, to plant the seed for something that has the potential to grow into something more. Some of you, your intuition may be telling you, I manifested this person, or this person is a result of my manifestation, of me connecting to my intuition, co-creating with the universe to manifest this love into my life. Okay? So yeah, I'm definitely getting a lot of very powerful energy here. But like I said, with the grief, some of you, it could be that there is separation. There's a lot of challenges that are here in this connection between the two of you. And with the strategy here, it could be that this connection is something that does require a lot of patience, a lot of big picture perspective thinking, changes in perspective, a lot of nurturing, a lot of learning to love yourself. Okay, especially with this connection, especially for those of you where this is a twin flame. Okay, a lot of this part of our twin flame journey could also be solo, where we really kind of take the time to take a step back from the connection and really work on ourself, work on our wounds, nurture ourselves. Like I said, for some of you specifically, I'm seeing this energy of surrounding a mother wound, either for you or this person, or this can be a need for nurturing yourself, nurturing the connection, taking great care over it. Okay, we also have milk and honey here. So this milk and honey card is kind of like the 10 of Cups in the tarot. It's a very beautiful energy of leading to happiness, a feeling of completion, a sense of fulfillment, of feeling that fulfillment on multiple levels. Okay, it's also kind of like a family card. It's really like, look at this sweet little elephant is taking this little bath or taking a dip in this milk and honey little bowl. There's this rainbow coming in. We have spirit kind of coming in here. Okay. So yeah, I feel like this is a very beautiful, very strong connection that you do have with your person. So if it, like I said, your intuition is saying, this is your twin, this is your soulmate, then I feel like you're spot on with that. Okay. So let's look at your oracle, and I feel like I want to move this over here. Okay, so we have date here, and it says getting back out there, meeting someone new, setting a date, and dating online. Okay, now for some of you, it could be that this is someone that you have met online, right? Or it could be an online or even a long distance relationship for some of you. Okay, especially with that Three of Wands energy there. We have connection here, unity, deep love, a soulmate. We also have silence, frozen, stillness, no words. So some of you, yeah, that could be part of the grief for some of you, especially if this person doesn't, if there's, like I said, a breakup, separation that you're currently dealing with a divine counterpart is really what I'm feeling with this energy. We have whole heart here, unconditional innocence and support. We also have looking at pictures, missing you, nostalgia, and making new memories. Okay, so this could, like I said, could be someone that you've been with in the past. There could be a strong sense of familiarity that you feel with this person. For those of you maybe where this is a soulmate connection, you feel a lot of past life energy with this person as well. And if that is something that your intuition has been kind of telling you, this is something very strong. This is something very deep with this person. We have lost soul here, and it says mistakes, victim, and feeling misunderstood. Okay, now for some of you that are dealing with a divine counterpart, okay, it could be that this person doesn't really have that same recognition of this connection as you do, because usually with twin flame connections, you can have one twin who is awakened, they have this realization, they have this epiphany, like, oh my goodness, this person is my twin, and then they go out and tell the person, and the person's like, you're crazy, I don't know what you're talking about, I'm not your twin, I'm not your soulmate, so it could be that there is this energy here where either you feel lost right now, or your person could be someone who feels lost. very checked into a very 3D centered way of thinking. And that could be something that does bring a lot of grief, a lot of pain, because you may be thinking like, wow, this person is brought into my life. I feel this intensity. I feel this strong connection. I love this person. I'm in love. And it could definitely be something that creates a lot of a lot of grief. Okay. A lot of sadness. So we have ex-lover and old spark. Now, for some of you, this could be an ex-partner. Okay. For some of you, it can even be that your intuition is telling you that maybe this person is someone who is still attached to an ex that they've not been able to release. Okay. And maybe that this is a lot of pain that they are still healing from, still going through. And it could be that this person may not necessarily be completely open to this relationship because they're still connected to another person, or they're still healing from something from their past. Okay. We have heartbroken here, deeply hurt and sad, feeling lost, grieving and despair and breakup. We also have him with divine masculine. Okay. We also have social media and keeping tabs. Okay, so some of you, it could be that if you and this person are not together right now, or separated, broken up, that maybe your intuition, I don't know, because for some of you, it could be that, yes, your intuition could be telling you, is this person still, stalking my social media, or are they looking at my social media? Then this could be confirmation that, yes, your intuition is right. They are. For others of you with the social media and keeping tabs, it can also be that your intuition is telling you need to stop, or you need to slow down, right? Especially if you obsess, right? You're just kind of looking at every single thing that they do and when they're doing it, how they're doing, what they're eating, all of that kind of stuff. Then it could be that your intuition could be telling you need to kind of make sure that you're not obsessing over it, so you're not kind of driving yourself crazy, okay? For some of you, it could be telling you that, yes, your intuition is saying this is your divine masculine, right? Or divine feminine. Let's see, what else? Okay. So we have dry spell here, and it says sexual abstinence, no action in love, and a long time being single. We also have a love bomber, and it says emotional manipulation, a Casanova, a ladies' man wanting your attention. And then we also have toxic, and it says not good for you, low vibrational or toxic relationship. Now, what I'm getting from this is that some of you, where this is a soulmate or this is a twin flame, okay, it could be that this person is someone who does have, I almost feel like, caught up in toxic or karmic type of situations or patterns of behavior that they are stuck in. And you may recognize this person as your counterpart, but because of this energy here, it could be that if the two of you are separated, broken up, that it is something that is necessary, because the two of you being together could be something that creates a lot of unnecessary pain for you in this situation. Okay? And what I'm also getting, if that is the situation, where a lot of the toxicity may be there, a lot of karmic cycles that you guys are going through with this person, it could be best for you to separate yourself, right? Or if the two of you are separated at this time, it could be better for you to shift that focus inwards and towards yourself with the mother energy here, a need for nurturing, okay? For those of you where, you kind of made the decision, because sometimes divine counterparts can be something that is very challenging and very difficult. And like I said earlier, you can have one counterpart who is all about working on themselves, all about their spiritual growth, all about their ascension, and the other person is still stuck or caught up in a karmic way of behaving, thinking, acting, and they're just not ready. They're just not ready to face their inner demons. They're not ready to heal their shadow. And it is sometimes best for you to separate yourself and to remove yourself from that type of situation, twin flame or not, right? If it's getting toxic, doesn't matter what the label is, right? Don't fixate on the label and think, okay, well, because this person is my twin or because this person is my soulmate, I have to deal with it. You don't, right? So with dating, getting back out there, meeting someone new, dating online, for some of you, it can even be that if your person is someone who is lost right now, and they are a divine masculine counterpart here, and they are being toxic, and they are love bombing you, and they are, maybe some type of manipulation or anything having to do with that, and they're not really taking any type of action towards actually bringing the relationship together and actually nurturing it and working on it, then for some of you, it could be best, for you to move forward from this situation. Okay. And, some people decide, wow, you know what, my masculine or my feminine is way too toxic. Union may not necessarily be something that's possible this lifetime. There's still karma this person is working through, and they're not, working to heal it. And I cannot be a part of this. I cannot, allow myself to put up with this type of cycle, this situation, and I need to remove myself. And some people do make that choice. I've seen you guys, or some of you, leave me comments and say, yeah, you know what, this person was too toxic. This was too much of a crazy, chaotic ride, and I needed to leave. I needed to, to just kind of remove myself from that situation. Okay? So some of you with the not good for you, low vibrational, toxic relationship, then this could be your intuition telling you this is too toxic. Twin flame, soulmate, or not, for some of you, if your intuition, your intuition's already been telling you that, then it could be that you need to, take some type of action, right? With removing yourself, working on your healing, doing whatever you feel is best for you. Okay, with the situation. If you feel, I want to date other people, I want to meet other people, I want to connect other people, I want to work on my healing, I want to work on myself, do that. Okay, so it's whatever your intuition has been telling you. But yeah, for some of you, it could be that your intuition is saying, this person is acting low vibrational, I can't do this right now, I need to work on myself, this person needs to heal, this person needs to work on themselves, I miss them, I love them, but they have to do them and you have to do you. Okay, so I'm definitely feeling a lot of this energy here, like I said, with the mother, a lot of nurturing that's needed. For some of you, the Three of Wands could be telling you that also, that if your person is kind of stuck in this energy right now, or even if you are stuck in the energy, that there is potential for the two of you to reconnect with each other in the future. And you may feel, for some of you, I cannot be with this person right now, or for whatever reason, outside influences or something, that we cannot be together right now, that your intuition is telling you they will return to your life, that if they truly meant to be in your life, the universe will make it so. Okay? And I feel like there could be some bumps in the road, like I said, that could be creating a lot of grief for you, especially if if it is your masculine and this person is acting toxic, or this person is stuck in a toxic karmic type of cycle, that they're just, feeling lost and they cannot break themselves free from that type of energy, right? And if it is a twin, like I said, a lot of our journey is to really focus on the self. It is for us, right? Union is the added bonus of being able to be a part of the twin flame journey. So working on yourself, loving yourself, learning your worth, your value, elevating your vibration to that of unconditional love, working on your spiritual path, aligning yourself with your soul's purpose, right? If your counterpart is ready to do the inner work and is ready to kind of leave this type of pattern of behavior behind, that is up to them, right? Which can, of course, be incredibly frustrating. Like, why is this person not seeing the connection? Especially when we know that we have a really beautiful connection, but this person is lost, right? Or this person is, kind of stuck in a situation that they cannot get themselves out of, whatever the case may be, right? But yeah, if your intuition is telling you this is a counterpart situation, I definitely feel like you're spot on with that there. But it could be that there is a lot of nurturing, either that you're needing, they're needing, with this connection, and really kind of approaching the situation from a place of unconditional love, compassion, empathy towards your counterpart is also going to be something that's very helpful, right? Not kind of throwing out negative energy, jealousy, and all of this stuff, right? We're elevating ourselves to that of unconditional love and, kind of understanding that they too are on this journey and they may have a lot of karma to work through and they may definitely be feeling lost at this time, trying to find themselves. You may be trying to find yourself. Okay? So I'm going to leave it here for you, pile number 3. I hope that this reading was helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next reading.